Students of In the Light of Truth, The Grail Message by A.B.D. Rushin are already aware of the existence of laws that govern creation. One of these laws is the law of sowing and reaping. Closely associated with this law is the law of cycles, on which the development of the worlds depends. It is known that majority of mankind, when they think of the world, only think of the physical Earth, while it is far, far more than that. With the invention of higher observation instruments like, for example, the Hubble telescope, more and more of the expanse of the universe is being conjectured. And the movements and lifespan of the heavenly bodies are noted to follow particular cycles. There are always greater and lesser cycles that pursue their courses independent of other cycles. Placed within the Milky Way is our Earth as part of our solar system. And it is the Earth that the man in the street knows as the world, anything beyond he regards as the universe. But scientists note that our solar system is only one of numerous systems that make up the Milky Way galaxy, and that there are over 100 billion such galaxies that make the universe. They have also come to recognition that there is more than one universe. Yet all these keep expanding at a constant rate. We are concerned with one of the billions of planets in our Milky Way, the Earth. And there are other planets, at different levels of development, that has life just as the Earth. The development of the universes is a direct consequence of a natural law on which other natural laws depend, the law of radiations. Scientists already note that the universes, or multiverse if you will, started from the Big Bang, where a point or source of energy exploded and the universes were formed and started expanding. In simple terms, this is the point where the Bible told us that the Lord said, "Let there be light," and there was light. From that point on, just as in fractional distillation of petroleum products, planes of existence was deposited at levels of cooling off. Even the whole world of matter, which includes the astral plane and beyond, only developed subsequent of the first creation. Finally, the Earth was deposited physically as the last cooling off of the astral planes. With these the three elements developed: air, water and earth, each emitting their own radiations. The fourth element, fire, is simply the union of radiations of air with a definite species of spirit for gross matter, just as matured human spirits becomes flames in the kingdom of God. The radiations of these elements unite to produce conditions for deposit of different other materials like the germs of lichens and mosses, for example, whose forms are inherent in the radiations available. In this way, the development of trees, animals and finally the physical body of man that evolved from anthropoid apes came into being. The original deposits of these things from the astral planes have already been surmised by scientists, who refer to the mother radiations as primitive soup. As a creation support for the evolving Earth, radiation points emerge which form an equal armed cross passing through the center. Hence we could detect the poles, north and south, as the positive and negative points, and the point on the Atlantic near Bermuda Islands as the center of the horizontal force fields that extends to around Shanghai in China. Hence the builders of the Great Pyramid of Giza chose a point of exactly zero force field to build it. This invisible radiation cross must swing in harmony with the cosmic or creation cross. Any distortion will result in equivalent damage to the Earth. Hence the Earth is a living entity, and has a spiritual core of molten fire. The Mesoamericans know this and lament the destruction of the veins of the Earth in mining and dumping of radioactive wastes which they claim hurt the Earth. And the materialistic nature of man's thoughts and activities put a weight on the Earth, making it to rotate and revolve at a more sluggish distance from the source of radiations. Cosmic turning point. The Earth, as we have seen, started from the primitive soup. From there, like a fruit on a tree, it grows, matures, and ripens until it reaches the level of overripeness and then decay until it falls off. There appears a point where ripeness transmits to overripeness and therefore decays. This day is the turning point in the life of the Earth. But the cosmic turning point is already past and cannot be the year 2012. The close of every cycle must generate an import for the Earth. When the comet runs must remain the ultimate secret of the Almighty Creator. But one thing is certain. When it appears, nobody will be left in any doubt that this is it. The coming of the star may result in upheavals both spiritual and physical. After a time, the comet withdraws, and the Earth pursues its cycle to its return back to the primordial soup. Just before the point of disintegration, the central equal armed cross will have to be dissolved. With this, however, the Earth develops into a black hole that sucks everything in through the gaping mouth of the Bermuda Point. Fate of human beings. The human spirits on Earth must have been able to extricate themselves from the physical matter and gone back to paradise before this period of dissolution into primordial soup. With the appearance of the comet, the humans on Earth are separated spiritually to those who are purely materially inclined and those who striving for spirituality. Both groups, still on Earth together, will represent the sheep and the goats talked of in the prophecies. That is also the rapture that will see the pure ones attuned to the coming comet known as the Star of Bethlehem, refers to by Christians as the second coming of Christ in the clouds, where all eyes shall see him together. They are the pure in spirit who shall see God in his works.